Diversity in its essence refers to the existence of a variety of individuals within a group. Despite the fact that groups may have certain factors that are typical of their membership, each individual is exclusive in their own way. India is a prime example of the same. We are all united by the fact that we are Indian, but divided by our multiple differences in religion, sexuality, political opinions, and socio-economic classes. Social groups of all kinds almost always have certain stereotypes associated with them. Things like all homosexual men are female in nature, or all Asians are good at maths. But that's the thing about stereotypes. They are oversimplified images or ideas of a particular type of person. Oversimplified to the extent that the image of the social group is completely distorted. These stereotypes may or may not be a genuinely common factor among the group, but there is no guarantee that it signifies the membership of the same. For example, if a course in fashion designing happens to have a majority of female participation, the female aspect has nothing to do with the course. The membership of the course is determined by the fact that all participants are interested in fashion, not that they are majorly female. Why? Because despite the majority, the male minority does exist. If it did not exist, we could just call them a group of girls who were interested in studying fashion. But that's not the case. We often hear that there is unity in diversity. This means that despite our innumerable differences, we still are united as one society. But how can that be? After all, unity and diversity do seem quite contradictory. Well, acceptance and respect are the key. Once we accept the fact that two individuals are almost never the same and respect these differences at the same time, unity does not seem as utopian as it does otherwise. But why is this concept of unity so crucial? Because as social human beings living in a world where the survival of the fittest is almost always guaranteed, society is likely to crumble without unity, which is not something new. Cases about communal violence are not exactly uncommon. We regularly hear about crimes against women, LGBT people, and people of color, and so on. The core reason for these atrocities is the lack of both acceptance and respect. These offenders tend to differentiate between the us and them group. They strongly believe that anything that is out of the ordinary to their own practices is most definitely wrong and is to be punished instantly. But diversity as a phenomenon cannot be prevented. Every part of the world is different. The way these parts influence different individuals is different. The way different individuals perceive different aspects of this vast spectrum of a world is different. So in this world where everyone and everything begs to differ from one another, why are we so hell-bent on social standardization? If a majority of girls like pink, it's not necessary that you should like pink too. If most of your peers are pursuing engineering or medicine, it's not necessary that you should too. These micro differences must be accepted for the simple reason that we cannot stop them from occurring. At the same time, we must not let them stop us from being a stable, united society. The freedom movement in India would not have been successful if the Indians had not set aside their individual differences and fought as one. Unity must be the primary societal goal, because after all, there is unity in diversity, and diversity is inevitable. Thank you.